Oui.
Là, ça filme déjà.
Oui.
Juste reste comme ça.
Oui.
Faut qu'on me voit bien.
Oui.
Alright, so this morning I went for a pump foiling test session. I was with the Osprey 2250, the big monster, and I could say it was a massive help because it was on a dock where you cannot run, and so I'm not so much of a pump foiler. I don't practice so much, but I used to practice running, and this time I could not, and I felt that the Osprey, having such a big foil with such amount of lift, it helped me a lot for the start from zero speed. So that was super nice. But the main test was about testing different masts. So this is the ONIX Carbon mast. This is the Kraken mast from Sabfoil, even if it has a logo on it. And this is the ONIX Aluminium mast. So I did test these three masts back to back. For the test, I had the 61 centimeter fuselage that I sell with the pump foil starter pack online, and I also had the 180 glide stabilizer, which is actually my favorite for pumping if I go surf foiling or pump foiling. It really pumps well. So yeah, I actually tested the three masts back to back. I started with this one. I have to say that in general the three of them felt quite similar in terms of like pumpability. I didn't feel like I could not pump with one more than other. However, I did feel some difference. So this one I felt a bit more drag, and actually if you look on the video after the mast you can see it, and I think this is because of the thickness of the mast that is a bit more important. Here the thickness of this mast are the same. So what I was feeling with this one was actually that it was actually stiffer, so it was less drag and stiffer, so easier when you go forward. But actually it was so stiff that when I was pumping and turning, at some point I felt also that maybe it would be nice to have something a bit softer. And this is where I started to try the alloy mast, and I actually was really happy with this alloy mast as well, because I could really turn a bit more easily, and it was for me a good compromise for my level. So I think it's very personal what you like to foil, but my conclusion, which is very interesting I think, is that both of these three masts, they were feeling really nice in terms of pumpability on straight line. I didn't feel like I needed more to put more energy to keep going with one mast more than the other. That being said, I also tried many configurations with the stabilizer. With the fuselage I designed, you can move the stabilizer back and forward, and the more forward the stabilizer was leaning on, the less angle, and actually it was less drag, and I could really see the difference. So I started putting a lot of lift on the back, and I was like, well, maybe it's gonna help to pump it better. But the more I would reduce, the longer and the easier I will pump. So yeah, I think it's definitely an interesting test. So if you are interested to buy the ONIX starter pack, the 2250 is in the starter pack together with aluminium or carbon mast. You can also choose the size of the stabilizer, and you can also grab a 1850 Osprey front wing, so it's just there. I will bring it back now. So yeah, that's the 1850. It's maybe better if you are lighter, if you are used to run, if you also want to be a bit more maneuverable. This one feels really good though for my level. For example, if you consider that I just jumped from a rock without speed, this was the second time. I just did it a few days ago in Zurich, and it felt really great with the Osprey 2250. So here are my recommendations for tuning the gear. Thank you very much. Have a good day.